Authenticity, a word we throw around as if it were simple, as if authenticity were something we could just choose, like an outfit, a lifestyle, an aesthetic. But what if the desire to be authentic is not innocent at all? What if it's arrogant? Because how can authenticity even exist in a world where everyone resembles someone who already exists? How can something real survive in a system that punishes deviation and rewards repetition? How can authenticity matter in a culture that doesn't even need it to function? Most people believe they are authentic. They look into the mirror and assume that their thoughts, their desires, their goals, and their secrets belong only to them. But how many of these thoughts are truly ours? How many were placed in us by friends, by experiences, and most of all, by algorithms? How self-directed can a person be when their impulses are curated? I often feel that most people don't actually want to stand out, not truly. And the few who try to only do so because they believe that standing out will make them special. But the desire behind it is the most universal desire on this planet and not even special at all. It's, I want to be seen, I want to be loved, I want to matter. There's nothing unique about wanting to be unique. There is no authenticity in craving applause. But still, when we say we want to be authentic, aren't we doing that? So perhaps the very wish to be authentic already contains a quiet arrogance. The belief that you can escape the forces shaping everyone else. The belief that you are somehow beyond influence. We imagine that special people, the loud ones, the new ones, the trendsetters, rise above the masses, that they carve out new cultural paths, that they show us possibilities we haven't seen before. But look closely at pop culture today. It is a hall of mirrors, literally. The same faces, the same sentences, the same personalities, copied and recycled, only translated into different dialects and with different hairstyles. Fame today is not a testament to authenticity, it is the marketing of sameness. These people are not exceptions to the rule. They are proof of the rule that everything visible must be optimized, polished, predictable. They too are imprisoned by algorithms that whisper what they must do to remain relevant. A world that fears the unclassifiable. If we look into the past even, at artists like Kafka or Van Gogh, we see that authenticity was only celebrated after it was harmless, after the person was long gone. Then we are like, oh my god, their paintings are so good, and them actually being weird is kind of a vibe. During their lifetimes, they were ignored, rejected, even repulsive to others. Because authenticity, true authenticity, is uncomfortable. It challenges categories, it breaks systems, it refuses easy interpretation, which we all somehow want and need. And humans, despite all their talk of individuality, fear what they cannot categorize. So we must ask again, is authenticity truly valued, or do we only worship it once it stops challenging us? And why do we even thrive for it in the first place? Every time I get dressed, I am aware my clothing is not neutral, not at all. At home, clothing means nothing. I wear whatever I like. But outside, it becomes a performance. When I go outside to meet friends, I put on clothes that kind of fit the situation and the vibe where I'm going, because I want to fit in. A long coat murmurs authority. A leather jacket mutters rebellion. But the vocabulary is pre-written. The meanings assigned long before we were born. Humans search for patterns to feel safe. We categorize people not because it's accurate, but because it's comforting. So even someone who wants to dress authentically quickly realizes you cannot dress outside of categories, because categories come first. Even if you avoid social media, you still absorb trends in the streets, in storefronts, in advertisements, suggesting that happiness is always one purchase away. We don't ask, how do I truly want to present myself? We ask, which aesthetic should I enter next? which fits me, rather than creating something new, because creating something new is not possible in a world where the algorithm literally dictates us what to like and what to see. There is no room for new stuff. Even glow-ups are just category shifts, not transformations, transitions from one category to the next. And perhaps the deepest problem, we rarely know who we are until someone else confirms it. We believe in our identity once we have a community to mirror it back to us, and community is often formed by rejecting the other. Shared belonging is built on shared exclusion, which sounds like mean girl shit, but I mean it's true. So isn't the desire to be authentic also a desire to feel superior to the people we deem inferior to us? To be the one who got it right, to be the one who understood, to be the one who is different than all the rest. So that means I'm special again. But then again, the need to feel special is so normal and everyone feels that, so it's not authentic at all. Is that not arrogant that we want to be the exception by wanting to be authentic? Or is the need and the want to be authentic so true to us human beings that it cannot be arrogant at all? Algorithms assemble us, okay? We consume what they place in front of us. We watch YouTube videos that YouTube recommends to us. We listen to the same music that lands on our TikTok For You page, not because we value the art and we value the music in itself, but because the algorithm told us to listen to the song, and we behave like sheep in a fucking herd. It's so embarrassing, actually. So our favorite song is usually a song that went viral on TikTok. Oh my god, be honest, guys. Even you, all of you that listen to Radiohead, obviously it's also like a way of belonging to a category. It's a way to present myself when I say, ooh, I don't really listen to TikTok music at all. Does it come from true authenticity, or does it come from your need to be special and to show everyone else that you don't listen to the same music? But also, our language is borrowed from shows that we watch. Our style is influenced by influencers who are influenced by brands who are influenced by data. Aren't we all a product of something? We become reflections of reflections, echoes of echoes. Through the products we consume, we become products ourselves. So, is authenticity even possible? Can authenticity exist in a world where everything is categorized, measured, analyzed, optimized? And if it can't, isn't the desire to be authentic, the desire to be the exception in itself an act of ego? And is acting from the ego inherently bad? Maybe authenticity doesn't live in categories at all. Maybe authenticity is not an identity, but a moment that is ever changing and that cannot be grasped fully and that cannot be achieved 100%. You know, maybe being authentic is a way of living and a destination and not really a character trait, you know? A thought that wasn't recommended, a choice that wasn't influenced, a refusal to be predictable, a moment of silence that no algorithm can track. Maybe true authenticity is incredibly small, like really quiet, a brief glitch in a world of perfect curation. And maybe the most authentic thing we can do is simply to think for ourselves, even once in a while. Don't ask ChatGPT what food you can cook. Honey, just look into the fridge. Oh my god, it's literally not that hard. Like, we became robots. So, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Can we be authentic, or is it just a hoax?